So this game, man is it good. I've played all the FromSoft games and this one stands toe to toe with most of them, and it's even better than some of them, even though that sounds like heresy. But hear me out, I'm making this video because I really need you to play this game. It is something special. I will get into details more in this video, but before I do that, if you enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff. Usually I talk about Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft games, but I do like to talk about games that I am passionate about. And I am passionate about this game, that's for sure. So let's get into the details, starting with the story of the game. So in case you didn't know, this story is adapted from the Pinocchio story. Whether you watched the animation, whether you read the old book, whatever it is, we all know Pinocchio. This is an adaptation of that story, and it is told in a different way, which I do love the spin that they put on it. It's genuinely interesting stuff. The whole vibe of the game, the whole world that they built here. Prague is really a beautiful city with a lot of history to it, which is really fun to explore, and I do like the characters a lot. I didn't expect to actually care about them because this is not the type of game I play when it comes to story. But I do actually like them, and I did enjoy exploring the world of this game, and it does have a lot of special moments, a lot of spins that you will not expect that happen story-wise and that I did really appreciate. But at the end of the day, I can already tell this is not why you're here. Story in these type of games is not the main focus. It is a good story, but it is not the focus. So let's get into the actual important stuff, gameplay. How does it feel to play the game? First of all, I just want to say it's really well optimized. It is the first game I play on my brand new PC, and it really runs just magically. I didn't play any other game since I started this one that ran as good. So if you have a PC and you're worried about performance, have no worries, it's gonna run really good. And I also played the demo on PlayStation and that ran fine as well. So technicality wise, you're all set, and the visuals look great either way, no matter where you play. It looks great and it runs great. So the gameplay itself, how does it go? And this is gonna be the only time I mention Dark Souls, but it is like Dark Souls. I already made a video about how similar it is, and I don't want to make this video about that because this game deserves to be mentioned on its own terms. It is not a Dark Souls clone, even though that is kinda debatable, but it does have its own place among the Souls-like genre. It does feel a lot like Dark Souls, but it does bring a lot of special spins on the whole vibe and the gameplay of the Souls series, which is unique to this game. Usually I don't like Souls-like games because they don't know how to nail the feeling of the combat and the enemy variety and the vibe, the place, the weapons, the characters, the whole movement system. This game copied that from Dark Souls and added more to it, so it means it feels fine, feels great actually. It looks great, they didn't overdo it with the flare and the amount of effects on screen that I really do appreciate, and otherwise it just feels great to play the game. The combat is very hard, that I did not expect. As a guy who played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Demon Souls, Sekiro even, I completed all of these games with the special bosses, and this game made me struggle. I'm gonna be honest about it, I did not expect that, because as I said, I am a Souls veteran, and I beat Elden Ring very easily. But this game really made me struggle. I really had a lot of tries on special bosses, but it was fun doing it. It was fun learning the moves, and it really looks great while you're in action. The whole movement system and the way the mechanical robots move is just really well done. It doesn't feel janky, it feels like it's part of the world of the game. So I do appreciate the whole movement and graphically how it's done. And also gameplay wise, it feels great to parry, it feels great to hit. It's just like Dark Souls, and this is gonna be the last time in this video that I do mention Dark Souls. If you had worries about how this game feels to play, have none. Now I already know that this video is gonna be really rambly, so I'm not even gonna attempt to make it feel, flow, and look nice. I'm just gonna ramble about the stuff that I like because there's a lot of that in this game. We already talked about the story and the gameplay, but I have a lot of little things which do make the game. I always appreciate when developers put little touches that I really appreciate. For example, this game has a records player which has a lot of great music on it. I just love turning on the music and enjoying the vibe in the hub area. I do like every single song that I've collected so far. The whole place in the hub area feels good. The NPCs are exciting to meet, interesting. They are unique, each NPC, and they're fun to interact with. There's the whole fighting range in the hub area. Like, imagine it kind of like how they do it in Call of Duty, where you have a little area where you can practice with your weapons and equipment. It's kind of like that. So I do appreciate that because I always like to try my equipment before I head off into the game and fight for real. So that is very much appreciated. There's a ton of quality of life stuff that I didn't expect this game to have. For example, one of the big mechanics in this game is the whole weapon crafting system. So basically, unless it's a weapon that you got from a boss, it's gonna have two parts. Most weapons have two parts, the handle and the blade, which you can take apart and reassemble with other weapons, which is really just an amazing idea that I never even considered in any other game. And it feels great to just get a weapon that I like the moveset of, but I don't like the blade, and then I can just split it apart, put another blade on it, and I have a weapon that I like more, with special stats that I do enjoy using. It's really just genius idea because you can make just infinite amount of weapons that you enjoy playing as personally. You're not just locked into one play style, and that is just really smart, and I really like that system. The second major system in the gameplay department is the whole prosthetic arm. You have like 7 or 8, maybe 10 prosthetic arms that you can use in the game. My main one is the shield because it reminds me of God of War and it just feels amazing to parry at the right moment. It does this explosive effect thing and it's really just great. But you do have a lot of options. You have a grapple one, you have an electric shock one, a fire one. So everyone can play this game in their own way. Just use the arm that you like, invest in whatever skills you like, craft the weapon that you like, and each playthrough is gonna be completely different when it comes to the gameplay and fighting style. Because there is a lot of mix and matching that you can do in this game. So that's a great system. Other than that, let's talk about the enemy variety. There's a ton of different enemies because, like I said, one of my main differences and hate points with Souls-like games is that they don't have enough enemy variety and location variety. But that's not an issue in this game, that's for sure. At some point in the middle of the game, after like 15 hours, I had to go fight this boss, and it felt like I'm about to finish the game and like end of the story. And I got really worried because I didn't want to finish the game in just 15 hours. Turns out that was only the middle. It was literally the middle point of the game. So this game takes about 30 hours to beat with a ton of different locations and enemy types and enemy varieties, and you're gonna have a lot of fun exploring the city of Krat. And it's really an interesting place to see and to fight in. Another small thing that I wanted to mention is the whole cosmetics system. I really do appreciate that they didn't tie it to the stats that you have. You have your stats that you apply to your character, and you have like little pieces that you can change in Pinocchio, which give him higher resistances to special stuff, but it is zero connected and has zero connection to the whole cosmetic system, which comes basically in two parts, a mask and a like outfit thing. But that doesn't affect the gameplay, and that's one of the things I really do like, because I hate it when games make me choose between looking good and playing good. This game doesn't have that issue. You can look however you like, and you can build your character however you want. And that's really a smart choice, like I said, and I like that system. And by the way, the outfits look great. They have this little cringy, like old times vibe to them. I didn't like it much at the start, but then you get more and more outfits, and you're eventually gonna find one that you are gonna love, which happened to me. So all in all, I think that I already mentioned everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm sure there's stuff that I'm forgetting, but I'm gonna get to it eventually. I'm probably gonna make another video about this game because it's so freaking good. And when they come with a DLC, I am gonna be playing that day one, and you bet your ass I'm gonna make a video about it, because this game is amazing. In case you didn't play it yet, please give it a shot. I really didn't expect anyone to do this as good as FromSoft does. It honestly ranks as my third or fourth highest FromSoft game. I like it more than Dark Souls 2 and more than Sekiro. That might sound like a crazy person talking, but honestly it's true. It's big, it's varied, it's really unique. I love the story. I love the spin on the classic Pinocchio story. I love the characters, the combat, the enemies, the bosses, the locations. Anything in this game I do love. And if you played any of the Souls games and you're here till the end of the video, please check this game out because you're not gonna regret it, I can assure you of that. Otherwise, I'm here for more Ubisoft videos. If you enjoy Assassin's Creed, if you enjoy Far Cry, be sure to check the channel. Assassin's Creed Mirage is releasing really soon. Right now I'm playing through Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Unity. So if you're interested in anything Ubisoft or in any game like Lies of P, be sure to come to the channel and tell me down in the comments what do you think of Lies of P. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? What do you think? Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Let me know. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day. If you have some time, check out the video on the screen right now, and have a good one.